So we're going to go back to the forequarters, which are now our shoulder cuts. We're going to be splitting those in half. To do that, we want to go straight through the vertebrae and the rib cage. We're going to be cutting through that center bone with a saw. If you have a bandsaw handy, that'll work quite well. Or another way to do it is to take a cleaver and to chop through. You'll see I'm able to get about halfway through, and then I go back with a cleaver and also do a little handwork. The goal of doing this is to get in between that bone and to separate it without creating as much bone dust as you do by putting it through with a bandsaw or a handsaw. Keep sawing, just keep sawing, and keep sawing. And then if you can actually get all the way down to the bottom, you should be able to split them so that you can see what you're doing so that you're not going to actually saw through the meat. So you see the upper part is the short ribs and neck bone. You do want to cut through that as much as possible because that neck meat is really good for braising, and so you don't want to have a lot of bone dust or oxidation happening with that. So now you have your left and right side. You have an atlas bone, which is the lowest bone below the neck, and that actually needs to be cut around to get it out. So just make a circular cut, 360 degrees around that bone, as tight and as close to the bone as possible so that you don't lose any meat. Just keep cutting all the way around. And again, pulling the meat back so you've got better visibility really helps. Now, if you keep one hand as the hand that is manipulating the meat and the other hand as the hand that is your cutting hand, you'll have much less slipping. Just keep tracing down around that bone until you're able to separate it out into its two individual shoulder cuts. So there you see the left and the right, split open, butterflied if you will.